And that was for me. Are you still doing?
Yes.
Oh, okay
It's
then.
still it's not it's circling now. So you are now live.
Okay then. Assalamu alaikum and Ramadan Mubarak for everyone. We want to thank you all for joining us for another presentation of Why Be an Entrepreneur. Today's topic of discussion, foremost and first, would be what Allah has said in the Quran about us being entrepreneurs or business persons. But we're going to look at today um, how to trademark a business name and advantages of a home-based business. Again, I'm Tariq Abdul Mu'min. I am the founder and the director of the Entrepreneurs and Development Institute. We've been doing this for quite a while now. We want to thank the AM 360 for accepting us to be a part of the family here. So we're going to go ahead and do what we always do. We want to go here. And this is interaction. We pray that everybody please join in uh, with, as soon as this thing load, we will get started. Okay, there we are. Okay, again, Assalamu alaikum and Ramadan Mubarak. We're going to thank you all for joining us. Uh, these slides here, if you're with us for the first time, we read some statements from Imam Muhammad. May Allah give me a second here. I just paused for a minute for that cargo train to come by because that's what we are discussing, cargo and merchandise. Again, thanks for joining us. You can see on the screen we have an image here of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. May God be pleased with him, have him in the best place in paradise, giving some encouragement to a man who is, in my opinion, who has given up on life. And so, and he, you can see those stages of development that he has gone through in standing up to be productive in the society. A quote here on this flyer we have from Imam Muhammad. He says, I think, uh, yeah, he's still saying, I'm going to keep that as I said it. I think as Muslims, we should just shout when someone says, come, let us make an effort to improve our business circumstances. We should just shout, hey, let's go, let's go. We should be ready to go. This organization is organized to make sure that the enthusiasm for business growth stays with us, to make sure as many people as possible are involved with business in our neighborhoods. We are promoting and keeping things happening. I'd like to move this over a little bit. We quote Imam Muhammad. Our business people have to see our roots in the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's call to financial responsibility, to business development, to some economic plan. We can't deny him that credit that he has earned. He was the one who excited us, the African American people. It was an excitement to have a bigger appetite for not only wealth, but also for bigger responsibility that gives bigger respect to a people. We have to grow financially. Our community cannot support our schools, our mosque, our religious and spiritual needs if we don't have money. We have to have some money. I'm not going to be stupid sitting around here waiting on some rich Arab, some rich Iranian to give us some money. I don't want that. My self-respect don't want that. So the best way is the way that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us, do for self. We have to grow, excuse me, pardon me. We have come to a point in our community, to a point in our growth as a Muslim community in America, that if we don't create finances for ourselves and our children, we can't and won't grow anymore as an as an impactful and productive Muslim community in America. You just can't have an Islamic life in your heart and in your spirit. Islamic life has to be expressed in Islamic structures. Islamic life has to be expressed in halal businesses. Islamic life has to be expressed in homes Muslims and factories owned by Muslims, yes, and productive land owned by Muslims, in transportation for shipping products owned by Muslims, in cars and buses and trucks, trains, and airplanes owned by Muslims. The God who gave me my material flesh through which I express myself, and also you all in your sense, wants us to have schools and massages of quality and beauty, factories, financial institutions, financing our schools, financing our people who have automobiles to have insurance and not have to go outside of themselves to get insurance. Why do we have those building structures? So that our spirit will be in many instruments to express itself. We want to see New Africa. We want to see New Africa Islamic theaters. We want to see skyscrapers go up and we build them. We want to see shipping lines and trucking lines and transportation lines all over in our neighborhoods. We want to walk outside of our house and we want to look at the products and the construction and industry of our own people, Muslim African Americans in New Africa, in New Africa, on these shores, on these shores. That's our rightful inheritance as the creation of God. God has created us for this. This is our natural inheritance, and we will accept nothing less. We don't have the history of Prophet Muhammad, where Prophet Muhammad was going about checking on people. We don't have any history of Prophet Muhammad where Prophet Muhammad was trying to get all of the business in his control. We don't have the history of Prophet Muhammad where Prophet Muhammad was trying to ascertain what was going on in all the locales in all the towns so he could have control over the life of the people. We only have in the history of Prophet Muhammad where he gave advice when it was asked outside of the regular job of his prophethood when he was inspired to speak to the people. When he was not inspired to speak to the people, he was just like a common neighbor. He worked with his wife in the house. He did chores. He went to the market to get groceries for the household. He was seen carrying on the common life of everybody else. How could he do that and be the man that he was, the leader that he was? Because he was sent to bring about a truly participatory democracy where people accept responsibility for their own circumstances, apply the light of God, apply the wisdom of God, and don't expect the man who gave it to you from the mouth of God to be right there with you by your side, watching you. And the last one, we cannot have a healthy community or healthy morale, good morale for our community if we don't have a showing in business growth or business development. It's a must. It will be heavy on our soul. It will be spirit if we don't have a business showing in our community. Business is a must. You have to produce for yourself. Take care of your own. That means your own neighborhood. We need people of like interests, especially business interests. If you know each other and you know Something is happening in your area by persons of good character, and they are contributing to the business growth of our association of members. Their people in their locale should try to tie up with them. If they have like minds and like interests tied together, and we do need organizations that organize just to make sure that the enthusiasm for business growth stays with us, and to make sure as many people as possible are involved with business of our neighborhood. We need organizations just the business people to promote and keep things happening. And that is what I'm trying to do here, along with you all and anyone else, to help us fulfill what Imam Muhammad has asked for us to do with the by me us having the Entrepreneur and Development Institute. Pardon me, that's wrong. Okay. Now, is there any comments or questions before we go to the next presentation? Please do while we change out these slides here. Go ahead, please. Anyone? Anyone? Okay. Get this up right here. Okay. Now what you want to do here, go to we are going to Quran. We're going to start with Surah Al-Arafah, chapter 7, verse 26. Verse 26. Allah says here in the Quran, Ya bani Adama qad anzalna alaykum libasan yuwari sawatikum warishan walibasu taqwa ذلك الخير ذلك من آيات الله لعلهم يتذكرون. O children of Adam, we have bestowed raiment upon brought down upon you. They translated raiment, but libas and clothing to cover your bodies. Again, they translated shame, and as to be an adornment for you. But the clothing, and I'm gonna follow clothing here, the apparel of righteousness, that is the best. Such are among the signs of Allah that you may receive. Yet the Dakarun is that you may reflect and start to think. Dakara means to think. So this here, and we know we discussed some, made mention of some products that's available by way of what Malik Salim had presented to us 2 weeks ago, I think, today. And but I have it here again because it was already here prior to that. And uh, because if you're not aware of what I'm trying to do, I have done is that wherever Allah make mention of a product in our service in the Quran, when it comes to business, trading, et cetera, I have tried to show the current monetary value, be it stateside or worldwide value of that product in mainly products, but we do find services in Quran too. We have here the women apparel market worldwide is projected to reach a staggering, well, we out of 2025 put this together before that year came in. It was 963.39 billion dollars. The men apparel market it was valued around 590.24 billion. The global fashion e-commerce market is projected, in which we have already left 2024, $781.5 billion. The figure is expected to grow significantly, with projections estimated it could reach over 1.6 trillion by 2030. And now we don't find per se dry cleaning mentioning in the Quran or laundry services mentioned in the Quran, but somebody is dry cleaning your clothing. Somebody is doing laundry of your clothes. In certain places, you have a dry cleaners and you have a laundry all in one building and everything. And also, they do alterations at some of these uh, dry cleaning places as well. So if you need your garments altered, et cetera, et cetera. So all that, in my opinion, has accumulated to what is showing here, the value, 74.15 billion in 2023, and was poised to grow until we left 2024 to 74.34 billion by 2024 and 136.33 billion by 2032. Do anyone want to make some comments on that before we go to the next slide? Please do. Okay, let me move this over to see if we have a hand up or anything. Okay, now, next verse from Quran. Allah asks a very important question. He said, Kul min harama zinatin Allah. Who has prohibited or made forbidden Allah's beautiful things? Lati akhraja liibadihi. Those which he has akhraj, he has caused to come forth. And reason I said cause because as a verb, this is the fourth verb form with the ali prefix before that, bringing about a cause. Who has caused these things to come forth for those who serve him. Pure things, tayyibati, the pure things, min rizaqi, substance, school. He alladhina amanu. These things are for those who are honest, trustworthy, faithful, fi hayati dunya, in this current life that we're living in this material life that we're living in. Khalisatan, exclusively. So, end of discussing. If we were native speaking people, and we wanted to say we're done with talking, we'll say, I think it's Khalisa, saying I'm done talking. So Allah saying that here is the end of discussion. He made these things for us. And he say on the day of resurrection, that's who we will explain his instructions, ayat to he. And this is how I translate ayat, because I came to that conclusion is that when we read these verses in the Quran, are they not giving us instruction? So that's why when I translate ayat, I say instructions because we seeing it, we putting the instructions to use. For the people who get the knowledge of these things, to get some understanding. So now, this to the left here again is a quote from Imam Muhammad. Okay, uh, he says, let us address for a few minutes the second part of God's statement. And this is the commentary he made. I was listening to him address this. It is exclusively for them in the hereafter. That statement in its second part is saying two important things to us. First, it is saying to us, don't worry yourself to death. Stop grieving over the misery you see in the world. It is only temporarily, and I am allowing it. Now, before we finish the quote from Imam, let's go and look at the following verse. Allah says, and for the sake of time, we won't deal with the Arabic. I maybe point out a few words here. He said the things that say, and this is telling us to say to these people who saying that we shouldn't have this, that my Lord, excuse me, have indeed made forbidden, shameful deeds, fawahisha, And then you talking about that, that's the immoral stuff. Whether they're doing these things in the open or they doing these things in secret, sins and trespasses against truth and reasoning, and giving Allah associates or partners for which he has not given any authority, and saying things about Allah which you have no knowledge of, none whatsoever. Like, and now I'm making my little brief comments on this, is that people are saying what we can and what we cannot do. Don't do, you can't do this, you can't have this, etc., etc. Have no knowledge of it. So they have straitjacket themselves, and they want you to put on one and not have a life where you can breathe in. So we continue with Imam One Thing Muhammad quote. Um, Unless, did anyone have any something they want to say? Let me go back and see if there's a hand up before I go on. Okay. It is not exclusively for you yet. It is to be shared with the wrongdoers. I have given the wrongdoers the freedom to get whatever they can get out of this material world, but they are shut out of the spiritual blessings that they can't have, neither now or the hereafter. They will never experience the heaven that Allah put Adam in before he fell. They will never experience the heaven that Allah put Ibrahim in. They will never experience the heaven that Allah put Jesus Christ in. They will never experience the heaven that Allah put Muhammad ibn Abdullah in, present peace of Allah be upon him. They will never experience the heaven that Allah put the pious virtuous in from different religions. They will never experience the heaven that Allah has put the son of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad in. And that's from some quote from Imam Wandi Muhammad when he was speaking from those verses that we just shared. Do anyone have any comments before we go on? Please do so. Come on, let's talk now. I don't want to be the only one doing all the talking. Anyone? Okay. I don't see no hands yet. And I think this one I have here is where Allah is telling us. He said to the Madian people, we sent Shu'ab, one of their own brothers. He said, "O my people, worship Allah. You have no other God but Him. Now I have come into you clarity from your Lord. Be just when you measure out weight, nor withhold from the people the things that are their due, and do no mischief on the earth after it has been set in order. That will be best for you if you are believers, are faithful people." And our prophet, may the presence peace of God be upon him, is reported to have said that the honest business person is with the prophets. It's with the prophets. And I think, uh, yes, that's the conclusion of that right there from the Quran. Anyone have any comments, statements to make? Please do so. Okay, we're in that slide. You can do it while we are changing out. We'll go to the next one. Okay, keep hitting the wrong thing here.
Excuse me, Imam, are you
Go
on mute?
ahead.
Oh, I thought I was checking to
No,
see if
I
you were
am.
on
I'm
mute.
trying. No, ma'am, I'm not.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
hitting the wrong button for some reason here. And uh, okay, you're sharing the screen. Trying to move this over here. It's blocking
Okay.
what I'm trying to do. And every time I do that, I hit the wrong. Uh,
Well, while you're doing that, just a quick PSA.
please do go ahead, sister. My
Okay,
apologies.
no problem. Our Ramadan sessions here on American Muslim 360 start today, first Saturday in the blessed month of Ramadan. And we have two presenters today, beginning at 2 p.m., that's Eastern Time, 2 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. Brother Edward Willis presenting on building sustainable family and community life, starting at 2 p.m., and Imam Tariq Abdul Mu'min, who's currently presenting and will be presenting later today, and his topic will be preserving the family life's source, preserving the family life's source, which is the soul. Okay, so these two presentations will happen right here on American Muslim 360 today as we uh, start our Ramadan sessions for the month of Ramadan, free of charge. You tune in just the same way you tuned into this program, with your meeting ID and your passcode or your link to enter into the studio. So we hope that you can join us for the kickoff or the start of our Ramadan sessions this weekend.
Thank you, Sister Manira, for that. And my apologies to you all for that brief uh, mistake here. Okay, now what we're getting ready to get to do is to look at how to trademark a name, and that is talking about a business name, how to trademark that. And when I was researching this, it's just so amazing that what's out there for us to make an effort to put in place when we're trying to do this big business and everything that we wanting to do. And so we're going to go ahead. Do anyone have any comments before we get into this? Anyone? Let me go back over. Let's see if I have any hands up. Okay. Again, this is how to trademark a name. How to trademark a name. A trademark ensures your business name stays one of a kind. Learn how to trademark a business name with the United States Patent and Trademark Office. That's where you trademark this at. Creating a business name. Creating a unique business name is one of the most exciting parts of starting a new business. The name is a key feature of your brand, and it's smart to protect it with a registered trademark. A trademark could be a word, phrase, tagline, a logo associated with your product or service. Getting a trademark gives you exclusive rights to identify your product or service with that name or tagline. It informs everyone that you own that trademark and legally bars others from using it or piggybacking on your brand. Now we need to go back over this. Please say so. We can do this. How to get a trademark in 5 steps. The trademark application process can be complicated. Here are some insights that will help you understand how to trademark a name and what you need to know before applying for trademark registration. Number one, confirm if you need a trademark. Getting a trademark can be a tricky and time consuming, pardon me. Therefore, before embarking on this registration process, ask yourself, do I need a trademark? One important factor to understand here is common law ownership. Common law ownership for a business name means that you get basic protection and rights as soon as you start selling your product or service without having to register the name formally. However, common law rights only go so far. One limitation of common law ownership is that your name is only protected in the geographic area where it's being used. We're continuing. When you register a trademark with the United States Patent and Trademark Office, your trademark rights protect you nationwide. This is especially helpful as your business grows and you start selling your products or services outside your local area. Similarly, in the event of a court dispute over name, common law ownerships only offers limited protection. With federal trademark registration, you can file a trademark infringement lawsuit in federal court. If you really want enhanced protection, it's a good idea to register your trademark as soon as possible. We are continuing. If you need clarification on whether a trademark is right for you, an initial consultation with an attorney can be helpful. They can assess your situation and advise you on the best action. Number two, research existing trademarks to ensure yours is distinct. It's best to avoid getting too attached to a name before completing a search of existing trademarks through the USPTO Trademark Center. The hallmark of the USPTO accepting your trademark is distinction. If you find a similar mark in the results, your trademark application may get rejected. We're continuing. Here are some tips for performing a comprehensive name search. Look for more, just look more than just exact name matches. Identify any similar marks that can confuse the customer. Use quotation marks around phrases you want to search together. Use multiple variations, spellings, plural form of the name. Use the designated code or mark descriptions. Fields in your business name includes any symbol or design mark. USPTO provides detailed guidelines on how to perform a trademark search. If you find this all too overwhelming, it might be better to use a trademark search service to perform the search on your behalf. Number three, prepare your trademark application. Preparing the application is the most crucial yet time-consuming part of the entire registration process. You need to gather the following information and make sure it's as accurate as possible. Continuing, name, address, and contact information of the individual or business that will own the trademark. Description of the mark. If you use your business name without any special symbols or colors, it will be considered a standard character mark. Identify the trademark classification, the category under which your product or service falls. Reference the Trademark ID Manual for guidance. You can file under multiple classes, which will bump up your filing fees. Excuse me. Filing basis. You can apply under two options: intend to use or in commerce. The latter option is ideal if your mark is already being used. The name is already on the shop billboard and all outgoing packages. You will have to submit proof of use as supporting documentation. 4. File your application. You can file your completed application a few different ways. Online. The preferred method to file your trademark registration is through the USPTO Trademark Center. The cost for online trademark registration is $350. On paper, you can file by mail or hand delivery. This method will cost you $850. Hire a trademark attorney. An attorney can help you ensure that your application will not face delays, penalty fees, or rejection. You can expect an attorney to charge you several hundreds to a few $1,000s. Use an online service. These services offer more flexibility with the assurance of expert guidance. To get a trademark registration, service cost is around $649 plus federal filing fees. Once your application has been received, you will get a confirmation that includes a serial number. Keep this number safe. You will need it to check on your application registration status. Number 5, wait for USPTO application review. The waiting game begins now. This review process can take a few months, so don't hit the panic button if you don't hear back immediately. A USPTO trademark attorney is assigned to review your application, and they'll decide whether to approve your trademark. If the examining attorney raises any discrepancies or questions, you or your lawyer will receive an official action letter that explains the concerns. Applicants are generally given 3 months, 6 months if an extension is approved, to reply to the office actions, state their case, and make any required changes. If they respond within that timeline, the application is canceled. The examining attorney approves your initial application filing. The trademark will be published in the official gazette, a weekly publication. Oh, hold on, I moved it too quick. a weekly publication announcing new trademarks. This publication gives other businesses and any other third party a 30-day window to file a notice of opposition. If the office doesn't receive any valid complaint, they will approve and register your trademark and send you a confirmation. This process can take another 3 to 4 months. If someone does oppose your trademark, your application is not automatically rejected. The opposing party will present their case in a proceeding before the Trademark Trial and Appeal Board, and you will have the opportunity to defend your application. If approved based on an intent to use the application, you would receive a notice of allowance, which means your mark has been allowed, but won't be formally registered until you begin using it in business. You will have 6 months to file a statement of use and a specimen that shows your name in use. You may also file an extension if necessary. When your registration is complete, you can begin using the registered trademark symbol, and you see that there. If it was, it's for those you can't, if you know, it's a R in a circle next to your name. What can you trademark? Anything from your company's business, name, color, slogan, symbol, and tagline to even a jingle can be trademarked. Think of it this way. If it helps your customers identify your brand amongst the other businesses and say, yes, I know them, then it can be trademarked. Trademark Trademarks commonly used are generic names like boutique or salon. Descriptive, the following can be, pardon me, that can be used. Descriptive terms that simply state what the product does. Functional designs or features like the shape of a screwdriver or wrench. Consult an experienced intellectual property attorney to understand what can and can't be trademarked. Limitations of a trademark. There are limitations to what a trademark can do and protect. Yes, a trademark grants you exclusive rights to use a particular name, color, or logo, but this protection applies only to the specific goods or services you have registered under. For instance, if you trademarked budding blossoms for a children's clothing line, another company can potentially use the same name for their wedding floor businesses, as these are entirely different goods and services. Also, the USPTO only registers and keeps a record of the trademark. The burden of the enforcement and legal action ultimately falls upon you. Therefore, if you're the trademark owner of the name Budding Blossom, but have never used the name commercially, another business can use the same and challenge your trademark on legal grounds of non-usage. Here's another scenario. If you're actively using the trademarked name and find another business entity using the same name, you'll need to ring the alarm. Send a cease and desist letter, or file a lawsuit. A trademark gives you legal rights and exclusively for your mark within the U.S. You'll need to file for an international trademark if you want trademark protection and rights in a foreign country. How much does it cost to get a trademark? The base fees for registering a federal trademark are $350 per class of good or service from an online filing and $850 for a paper filing. Each fee only covers a single trademark application. If you are filing a trademark for multiple classes, you can expect to pay an additional fee for every class of goods or services selected. Also, the filing fees are non-refundable. So, if your paperwork gets rejected, there's no way to recover the application fee. You may also face an additional $100 if your application is delayed due to insufficient information. For these reasons, it's best to do it is best to do ample due diligence and research before applying for the trademark. The costs don't end with the initial filing, however. For instance, between the fifth and sixth year of registration, you must submit a Section 8 declaration, which currently runs $325. The filing fee for this is contingent on the class of goods and services. There's also a 10-year renewal fee for an combined Section 8 and Section 9 renewal, which costs $650 per class. Maintaining your trademark. Unfortunately, even the USPTO approves your trademark. It is not a one and done scenario. It's your responsibility to maintain your trademark and keep it alive. Keeping your trademark involves actively using it in commerce, completing maintenance paperwork as per deadlines, submitting proof of use of the trademark, like the use of the name on the product label or packaging for each class, paying the required fees for declarations and renewals. The filing deadline are dependent on the exact time of official registration. U.S. trademark applicants need to submit the following paperwork. Section 8, Declaration of Use, excusable non-use. This must be submitted between the 5th and 6th year, between the 9th and 10th year, and every 10 years thereafter. Section 10, Application for renewal. This must be filed between the 9th and the 10th year, then every 10 years thereafter. The bottom line is that you can make your trademark last as long as you need it by following the rules set by the governing agency. If the trademarked name isn't used for an extended period of time, the USPTO can cancel the existing trademark registration. Common reasons why a trademark is rejected. Did you know that almost half of trademark applications are denied? Avoid these critical mistakes to prevent your application from falling into rejection pile. Don't register a trademark for non-business purposes. You can only trademark a brand name that you're using in business or that you intend to use in business in the future. Don't register a generic or descriptive name. Your trademark name has to be distinctive or unique in some way to be approved. Words or names like creamy cold ice cream or 1 day fast delivery won't pass muster as they don't identify or distinguish the product or service. Don't use a name that can create confusion among consumers. This can happen when your name is too similar to an existing trademark or a pending registered mark. When similar marks are used on related goods and services, customers can get confused and mistakenly believe they come from the same source. That's why every trademark application must specify the type of goods or services where a trademark will be used. Don't wait till a product or service launches to file for a trademark. By delaying your trademark applications until you're ready to launch your business or everything is perfect, you risk another party getting trademark rights for the same name. The USPTO recognizes and registers trademarks on a first come, first time basis. Do I need a lawyer to trademark a name? If you're registered, if you are a registered U.S. business entity, citizen, or permanent resident of the U.S., you aren't required to get legal assistance to file a trademark. You can certainly go to the DIY route. However, the trade marketing process is complex and many factors must be considered. Working with an experienced trademark attorney significantly increases the likelihood of approval on the first attempt. The attorney can help you understand what can be trademarked, provide guidance on the trademark application process, research the USPTO database, and create an action plan in case of conflicting search results. They can also reduce the risk of application errors, such as using a weak trademark or missing deadlines. While hiring an intellectual property lawyer may seem like an expensive affair, they can save you time, money, resources, and legal headaches in the long run. Facts on trademark registration. Is it worth trademarking my business name? Absolutely. Your business name is not only a valuable asset, but it also establishes your business identity. Protecting it via a trademark can really pay dividends as it ensures uniqueness and provides a sense of security and protection. Also, having legal protection and trademark rights at the federal level makes expanding business across state borders easier. What are trademark classes? Trademark classes are now the or how the USPTO office organizes goods and services into broad categories. An international agreement defines these categories. Trademark classes are used to determine filing fees. They are also helpful in researching the USPTO database to identify registered and pending trademarks. Your registered mark only provides legal protection for the goods or services you have selected. If you wish to expand the use of the name to another category, you will have to file and pay an additional fee for each new listing. Here's an example. You wish to trademark the business name Bud and Blossom under children's clothing in a daycare center. Those are two different classes you must pay separate fees. Can I file for a U.S. trademark from outside the U.S.? You can trademark a name in the U.S. even if you're living in another country. As a part of the filing requirements, your business needs to submit proof of foreign registration and trademark use for the same class of goods or services. As a foreign applicant, you must hire a licensed U.S. attorney to complete the entire process and represent you before the USTPO. Any business registering from outside the U.S. can also use the Madrid protocol to complete the trademark registration. What is the difference between the TM, SM, and R symbols? Many assume the TM, SM, and the R symbols to mean the same thing. They don't. The TM symbol generally represents goods and should be used if you are waiting for the USPTO to review a registration. The service mark, or SM, works similar to the TM mark, but is used for services. The R symbol means that a trademark is registered. And that concludes this presentation. Anyone have to go back or have some comments on this? Please uh, raise your hand or do so. We can go back on any of these, any of the slides. Is there anyone? Anyone? Okay, let me take this one down and we go to our next one. Okay, our next presentation. And again, I ask, is there anyone before we get into our next presentation who have any comments, need to go back over something? We are willing to do that. We don't want to rush this. Okay. This next presentation is the advantages of a home-based business. Advantages of a home-based business. If you're looking for a good entry into business ownership, there are many advantages to starting a home based business. While starting your own business is never easy, excuse me, more and more entrepreneurs are discovering the benefits of running a business out of their homes. If you want to become your own boss, a home based business may be the right decision for you. Number one, more personal freedom. If you're used to spending hours in traffic to and from work every day, some of the most exciting advantages to starting a home based business are your newfound freedom and the retrieval of lost time. When you can run a business out of your home, you have those extra hours to regain control of your personal life. Plus, there are no bosses, no dress code, no set work schedule, and no office politics to maneuver. All you need is personal drive, discipline, and good time management. Number two, you keep the money you make. It's a simple principle. The harder you work at your home based business, the more money you can make. Your earning potential is directly proportional to your performance. So you don't have to wait for a raise or a promotion. You work harder and you produce more. You also have, you also, pardon me, save money on gas and food. Preparing lunch at home is more cost efficient and offer a nice break in your workday. Three, increase opportunity. With so many corporations and industries in a slump, starting your own home-based business enterprise means you can create your own income producing opportunities. Good job prospects can be scarce in some industries, and promotional opportunities within major companies are also shrinking. Four, less risky than starting a brick and mortar business. Look for a problem in your community. Think about how you can possibly create a business around solving it. Start thinking about it even if you never do it. You need to start exercising the creative brainstorming part of your brain. Five, tax advantages of a home-based business. There are a number of tax advantages to having your home and office under one roof. You can deduct a part of your home's operating and depreciation expenses on your home business expenses. This can be a percentage of your mortgage, property taxes, insurance, utilities, and or the IRS website for more information. Six, wait a minute, I go too quick. Yes. Six, more time for friends and family. This is especially important for parents of school-age children. You can see the children off to school and on most days be home when they return. Also, if someone in your household is sick, it's easier to offer care when your business office is just down the hall. Seven, less stress. It is less stressful to juggle the demands of work and family when you can generally set your own schedule, a big perk of working from home. Eight, opportunities for professional growth. Being your own boss gives you the chance to wear a lot of hats: sales director, marketing professional, strategist, business development manager, and more. This gives you insight into an experience with all the aspects, insight into and experience with all the aspects of running a business, which in turn makes you even more marketable. 9, increase productivity. Now that you no longer have to budget time and energy for commuting or a succession of useless meetings, have a lot more time and energy to invest into your business and make it a success. 10, a creative outlet. Launching your home based business can be an opportunity for you to give birth to your passions and potentially create a money generating outlet out of your hobbies or personal interests. And that concludes that presentation. And it concludes the all of the presentations for today. So what we can do, we open uh, the mics are open your mics and we will have if you have any comments, a question, I see a hand raised. Please go ahead, Motorola.
That's something like I forgot to
What was
rename
the
myself. This is the mirror. Thank you for the encouragement that you gave us. Because for some reason I get off and on the off and on the fence. Sometimes I let adversities shut me down. And when you start naming the benefits of the home-based business, it was so inspiring to me. Because I'm going through some challenges in my life right now. And there's old saying, if it's to be, it's up to me. So I'm trying to embody that saying, for myself. And just what you were sharing with us, it was very encouraging. It was very encouraging.
which slide was it on
The
the
one
home based
what you
business?
were just saying about the home-based business with your last one.
No, I was just saying, do you know which exactly which one we was that caused you to express
No,
what you
no. When
expressing
you
now, or
start
the
naming,
whole thing?
yeah, when you start naming the 10
Oh, okay,
reasons
okay.
to have a home-based business,
Oh, okay, all of them. Okay.
and I've been struggling with this for so long, for so long, because sometimes we get distracted by other things, sometimes even get hit from our blind side. And then
Mm,
we start questioning our capabilities and our worthiness, and is the grass green on the other side? And it's just all kind of things that distract us. But just
mm,
you naming what you just named as far as the home base, because it's sometimes when we get to a certain age, we have the willingness to do things in our life, but sometimes we let distractions come, whether it be age or finances or sickness or whatever,
mm,
But uh, doing for self, what you named earlier was more encouraging because you can see that if you follow certain steps and principles, you can make it happen. You can make it
mm.
happen, and be focused and just to stay focused in spite of, keeping the law in front and just staying focused, And so I appreciate that. I hadn't been saying much these last couple of weeks of, the challenges I'm going through, but this was so inspiring, to me. And, I'm just going to walk this walk and talk this talk. So thank you. Something like
Well,
that.
you're most welcome. And this what has given me more motivation to keep doing what I'm doing
Mhm,
on AM 360 because I can feel some support even when people don't say anything
mhm,
because I'm still looking at the names and the names are still here uh, from when I first started. So I appreciate that support. If it was no interest, you and I'm not being critical against anyone else that has gotten off the call. That's not my intention here. I'm not saying that. And I think you all understand me, is that I look forward to this because I know that someone is getting benefit from it. So go ahead to I think you still got your hand up, sister. Was that
Kind of
Rashid?
let it down now.
Yeah, 2254. Is that the same
Assalamu
hand?
alaikum. Thank you.
Walaikum assalam. Who are we speaking with?
Assalamu alaikum. Amen. Sister Rashida here in Louisiana, and thank you, and Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan Mubarak.
And thank you for the home business and the trademark. You know, we go into business sometimes and we don't trademark our brand or or the name of our company. And so thank you for sharing that with us. I'm like Sister Mira, I've had a home-based business, and you know, and it was a success for a while, and I had other things to do, and so still have some of the products really, but I don't have the interest to do that anymore. But sometimes it's good. You have your verses and your vices. You know, sometimes being at home and being able to work at home is wonderful, but then at some points it is distracting sometimes. So it's interesting to know what your plus and your minus are, and I thank you for sharing that. And keep up the good work. Alhamdulillah. You know, it's because it's needed. We need to know, even if we know it, sometimes we have to revisit. And thank you for sharing it with us. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Go ahead, sis.
I just want to say more than anything, the commitment that you show in your presentation when you keep asking us to, you have any questions. You don't find many speakers doing that. And so what it shows to me that you really have an interest in us really getting, you have an interest and a commitment to us really getting and utilizing what you give to us, you know. So it's a law of reciprocity. You give to us, we give to you. So thank you.
Well, I enjoy again, I enjoy being with you all. And also I enjoy doing the research that I have done and that I'm still doing to get a better understanding when it comes to business and everything. Yeah, so it's helping me too. Anyone else?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, and I think that for us that's on the fence, uh, that's really serious about business, that we cooperate with each other, you know, and talk to each other and inspire and inspire us so that we can move forward, especially with older people that's trying to go into business and maybe have retired.
Sister, you faded out a little bit.
No, I was saying that. Can you hear me now?
I can, yeah, you faded out when you said the younger people.
Well, what I was saying is that. No, no. Okay, funny. No, I'm saying like some of us seasoned people. Um,
Okay.
you know, some of us have worked our jobs or retired or so on and so forth. And we maybe not at that time thought about even doing something for ourselves. But sometimes it's so necessary. It's so because you know you look at this Social Security and this retirement and the way life is going now. It's just not enough money. It's just not enough money. And so we do, you know, take on maybe trying to do something for ourselves. But I just want to encourage us seasoned people to, you know, stay in the race if we have to be in it, and you know, correlate with each other and inspire each other. You know, because they
Yeah.
said teamwork makes dream work, and so it's not many people that's been when you ask for input saying too much of anything. I don't know if it's that they thinking or you know, maybe they not really prepared to, you know, be an
Right.
entrepreneur. But let's encourage each other, you know, because we can do this. We really can, and we can pass it on to our younger generation so that they can, you know, leave a legacy like we want to leave a legacy. And I'll stop there.
Okay. Well, thank you. Is there anyone else? Um, and that has brought us to the conclusion. I was trying to go as slow as possible, um, in everything. And but this will give me some time to, I guess, take a break. Khalida, go ahead. Khalida.
Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan Mubarak.
Maybe I missed this, but I wanted to know if you mentioned something about the tax benefits of having a home-based business.
It is, it was, it is, let me go through, let me, hold on here. I did make mention it's on the slide, but now if you want to get into more how this, my pointer is not working now. You want to get into more, uh, I would say the experience side of the legality of it, you got to get your tax preparer on that because that's not me. Yeah, that I know. No, I'm gonna have to stay away from that. I
Here
think
it
I
is.
mentioned. I think I mentioned it here. Yeah, yeah. You would need to again get with your tax person on that
Yes, that's fine.
because I have no experience in that area. Anyone else have any questions?
Thank you.
Anyone else? Well, that being said, if we don't have any more questions, and do I need to go back on over on any of the slides that I presented today? Anything? Well, since we have no one have questions, everyone seems to be satisfied. Again, um, we want to thank you all for being with us for another presentation of Why Be an Entrepreneur. And I will make these two available at my earliest convenience of how to trademark a business name and advantages of a home-based business. I'll get those in the PDF format to Sister Manira. And so we're going to go ahead and close out here. And we want to close out here. Any more questions before I close out? Comments, concerns? Okay, we'll close out with this dua. Rabbana atina fi dunya hasanatain wa fi akhirati hasanatain wa dabrina. Our Lord, bestow good upon us in this life and bestow good upon us in the life to come and save us from the torment of the fire. Ameen. Ramadan Mubarak.
Amen. Ramadan Mubarak, amen. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you. Madame Mubarak.
Remember Allah, Allah remember you.